Hey, hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris. Thank you so much for stopping by and saying hello. I really appreciate it. Every day I'm doing a vlog for 1,000 days. Every time I hear myself say that, I think, gosh, 1,000 days, but we're getting there, you know, we're cracking 100, coming up to it, you know, and I'm enjoying it, certainly am. And every day is different. I talk about something uniquely different every single day. And it's great to have you guys here because, you know, sharing this with you guys and seeing your experiences in the comments below, well, that's just brilliant, isn't it? It's just amazing. I certainly love it, and I certainly love reading your experiences, and I grow from that too. So if you're not subscribed, a subscribe will be absolutely incredible. So thank you. Every day, like I say, I talk about something uniquely different, and today I'm going to be talking about music. Music. So, you know, I guess your musical experiences and everybody is subjective to them. And what I like, you may not like, you know. But I'm going to kick off with one of my obvious musical heroes. Somewhat questionable for a lot of people, I think. But he was one of the biggest stars on the planet in the day. And bear in mind, I was in my teens and 20s in the 1980s. So Michael Jackson, yes, the Michael Jackson. Yeah, you know, his music, his whole sort of Michael Jackson-esque sort of feel really impacted on the world, didn't it? I mean, some great music. Whether you like the man or not, you know, you can't help but say, you know, he left some incredible music behind. I think behind the scenes, he was a philanthropist. He helped an awful lot of people. He had a passion and a care for young people, and I guess that was based on the fact that he had no childhood, and that's widely documented, I think. But in terms of music, I was really first interested in him in an album called Off the Wall, and that really got me sort of hooked. And then when Thriller came out after that, well, he just carried on in this upward trajectory of becoming a superstar. So that's one of my earliest influences of music that I liked. Actually, my earliest one was, so I was the youngest of 9, and my family used to come home with records and music, and my mum used to play everything from Elvis to Engelbert Humperdinck. There might be some people out there who heard me say that name, you think I've just made that up, but no, it's a real person, or was a real person, so look them up. Engelbert Humperdinck, what an unusual name. And yeah, so my mum loved all this kind of music, and she loved Elvis. And yeah, so I was subject to a lot of stuff which really kind of shaped me and my musical approach. You know, one of my earliest memories of a single was Hi Ho Silver Lining by Jeff Beck. If you've not heard it, it still stands up today. It really does. And I still like a lot of the 70s music. Mark Bolan, T-Rex. Do you know what? I recently bought some tracks off iTunes there. And I love that kind of music. It's great. But I love all kinds of music. I'm not sort of narrow in my viewpoint about what I like. In terms of concerts, though, yeah, I saw Michael Jackson in concert at Wembley. I think it was 1988. It was a huge concert. Wembley Stadium is the national stadium, and people seem to go there for very big concerts involving very big artists. On the flip side of that, you know, sticking with the 80s, I like the Pet Shop Boys. I love their music. Their latest album for me is fantastic. Nonetheless, it's called, and it's certainly a worthy addition to their back catalogue. You know, I've always loved the Pet Shop Boys. I saw them when they played in Cornwall in St Austell, and they were amazing. Just love their music, love their sound. I think actually they've written the theme tune to my life. A lot of their music, I go back on it and I reflect on who I was at that time, you know. So music's played an awfully big part in my life. It's been the soundtrack to a lot of things. And I like a lot of recent things too, you know. I like Apata, you know, which is in the charts at the moment. Yeah, if it sounds good, I kind of like it. Would I see a live band or go out of my way? It depends who it was, you know, and you know, and where they were playing. The older I get, the more I think, yeah, do I need to? Can I just watch it at home? Maybe can I do that? Yeah. but I certainly enjoy music. Music for me is a way of expression, it's fun. And also, music can liven up, say, something that you're filming as well. You may know that I'm into videography and cinematography. And I'm very lucky that I'm from a country where, we've had some amazing bands. We've got Coldplay, the Rolling Stones, we've had George Michael, Wham, we've had, there's so much, The Who, there's just too much for me to mention. But there's been a ton of musical geniuses who've hailed from here. Elton John, oh my goodness, I just wouldn't know where to start. There's just so many. So the UK has been an incredible place, a bedrock, if you like. And I always felt, actually, in the 80s, the 1980s, maybe some part of the 90s, that we owned the musical scene. Hollywood might have been owned by America, the movies, they might have had their way there. But here, the UK, yeah, we certainly owned the musical side of things. We owned the airwaves, the radio waves. So, yeah, those are my musical influences. And of course, I'm interested in music on the radio too. Very often you'll catch me listening to Greatest Hits Radio. Of course, Ken Bruce does Popmaster. And I like to give that a challenge. Very often I don't get much more than, say, about 17 or 18. And then I listen to Radio 2. And yeah, one of my favourite DJs who passed away this year, very sadly, was a guy called Steve Wright. And I used to love listening to his Steve Wright in the Afternoon. If you've never heard of him, I'm sure you could just look him up on YouTube and listen to some of his shows. He was an absolute genius. So he influenced my perceptions of music, I think, and radio, and listening to radio. So yeah, I hope that's given you a taste of some of the things that I like. But like I say, I like a lot of modern stuff as well. If you looked through my iTunes, you will probably see that I have a lot of modern artists and stuff. In fact, while you're there, let's get it out. Let's just have a quick look. So in my iTunes, I've got a folder in my library which I have my latest stuff in. And I've got Late Night Phone Call by Reverend and the Makers at number 1 there. A Cozy Little Christmas by Katy Perry at number 2, which I kind of like. All My Love by Coldplay, I love that. And I've got a track called Heaven by Kian DeCrow. Dark End of the Street by the Pet Shop Boys. Honey by Lenny Kravitz. I've got Love Somebody by Morgan Wallen, so a little bit of country there. And what else have I got? Lady Gaga, Disease, that's her latest track. There's a great artist called Good Luck Riley, and he's got a track out called Cold. So give him a follow. He's an up-and-coming artist. He really is so good. Good Luck Riley, amazing artist. I don't mind some South Korean stuff. There's a chap called Jin, and there's a track called I'll Be There. And who else do I like? Yeah, The Lottery Winners. The Lottery Winners, great British band, and there's a track called Superpower. So maybe give that one a go. And that's just a few, really. Yeah, there's a little bit of One Direction in there. Forgive me for that. Phineas, and Empire of the Sun. Now, they released an album this year, and that was fantastic. And my track of the year has to be the Pet Shop Boys and Feel. So on that note, I'll stop talking about music, because you can tell I'm quite passionate about it. I'll let you go, and as always, I do a daily vlog. Every day is different, and I'll be back again tomorrow. So thanks as always for following, subscribing. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay? Happy listening to music. Maybe let me know what you're listening to in the comments. Okay. See you tomorrow. Bye now.